Talk about a bad hair day. Hey everyone, this is Rabbitearsblog and welcome to my in-theater movie reviews. So today's in-theater movie I'll be talking about today is the Hulu horror film, Bad Hair. And before I get into my thoughts about this film, here are a few words from the channel. Hey guys, if you want to check out more content from this channel, then tune in every Sunday and Monday for new videos. And if you happen to see any videos posted up during the week, that means that there was a bit of movie and TV news that I wanted to talk about, so those will be considered special videos. And if you want to chat with me on social media or see when new videos are being released, then follow me through Twitter and Facebook. And also, please feel free to join the new Facebook group, Rabbitearsblog Reviews 2.0, where we talk about movies, TV shows, and video games with other fans of the genres. And now, we return to our regularly scheduled program. So the film starts off with a young woman named Anna, who's actually into the music television industry. And even though she's a hardworking woman, she ends up being ridiculed by her co-workers because of her nappy hair. One day a new boss comes in to take over the music industry, and she ends up telling Anna that if she wants to make it into the music world, she needs to change up her hairstyle. So Anna's new boss ends up telling Anna about this hairstylist, and Anna goes to said hairstylist and gets a new weave for her hair. And even though Anna is having problems with a new weave, the weave makes Anna look glamorous, and because of this, everybody at her workforce ends up looking at Anna much differently. But despite all this, Anna would soon realize that her new weave actually has a mind of its own. So what are my thoughts about this movie? Well, on paper, the idea about hair that actually kills people may sound ridiculous, but the way that this film approached that subject was actually really interesting and terrifying at the same time. What I always love about Hulu's original films was that they're able to take a concept that sounds mundane on paper, but able to turn it into something really creative. Like with movies like Palm Springs, which takes the concept of a romantic comedy and manages to twist it into a sci-fi comedy midway through. Or a movie like Good Boy that has the protagonist who has an emotional support dog, and it turns out that said dog is actually a killer dog. Bad Hair is not too far behind in how it manages to take something so mundane as hair and actually turn into something very terrifying. But of course, the killer hair thing wasn't the only interesting thing about this film. What I really liked about this film was how it approached the subject about how appearances is handled in society. Like in this case, you have the main character Anna, who's often ridiculed by her co-workers because of her nappy hair. And the moment she ends up getting a weave that makes her look more glamorous, people start changing their attitude towards her. Like they start treating her with respect, and they start trying to get her deals within the music industry, something that she wasn't able to do beforehand. So the film shows how a person's appearance can actually affect their standing in the workplace, and it actually shows that Anna starts off being this woman who was unsure of herself, but she was a very smart woman, and the only reason she was being put down was because of her appearance. And even though in real life you do have to look professional when you get a job interview, the film shows just how dangerous it can be if you try to change yourself just to make yourself look good in the industry or to make yourself look good in the workforce. I also really like the character Anna herself. I thought she was a really interesting character throughout this movie. Like, we get to see her change as a character the moment she gets a weave. Like, she starts off the movie being timid, but a very smart and talented young woman who is only put down upon because of her nappy hair. But then as the film progresses, she becomes a lot more confident despite the fact that her hair is actually killing people. So I did like that change in character with Anna, and I like how she reacts appropriately to how her hair is like turning into a murder machine, and she's like, I gotta get rid of this weave somehow. I also like how this film managed to bring in the 1980s culture. As stated, this film takes place in 1989, and it really shows with the culture of the 1980s showing throughout this film. Like, we get to see the hairstyles and the clothing styles that people wear during the 1980s show up in this film, as well as the music videos that show up in the 1980s. But what I really like about how they're able to incorporate the 1980s style into this film was the grainy look of the film. You know how we used to have those old televisions that existed in the 1980s and the 1990s, and there's always like a grainy quality to the picture? Well, the film shows this grainy quality with this picture too, and I thought that it made the film very unique and very creative how it approaches 1980s culture by making the film itself grainy to look at. Now, if there was a problem that I have with this film, it was the fact that I felt like some of the characters were underdeveloped. Like, I wanted to know more about Anna's family and about her aunt and uncle and what happened to her parents. So I'm very curious about that. And it was something that the film never really explored with that much. And I wish that the film explored more about Anna's family life and how she ended up with her uncle and aunt in the first place. I also wanted to know more about Anna's co-workers. Like, I felt like they were just there. Like, they didn't really have much of a personality other than being people that Anna communicate with. And I wish we get to see more of the personal lives of Anna co-workers and see how they are as characters compared to Anna. But overall, I give Bad Hair a very high watch it. I really love the premise of this movie about the fact that hair actually comes to life and kills people. And I also like how the film approaches the subject about how appearances are viewed in society and how people react to you based on your appearance. And I also like the 1980s look of this film as it takes place in 1989. And I like how they're able to incorporate the 1980s culture into this film. So if you want to watch a good horror film that deals with hair, then Bad Hair is definitely the film you should check out. Well, that's my review on Bad Hair, and tell me in the comments down below, have you seen Bad Hair? And if you have, did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? And what were some of your favorite movies that dealt with the subject of hair? Please feel free to comment down below. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Rabbitearsblog, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, like this video? Then please feel free to hit that like button. And also, hit that subscribe button for more content about video games, movies, and TV shows from this channel. And now, let's roll the credits, please.